Journey to Mars. Once upon a time, on a faraway planet called Mars, there was a brave astronaut named Mark. Mark had a big dream. He wanted to explore Mars and learn its secrets. So, one sunny day, he hopped into his shiny spaceship and set off on a long journey. As Mark's spaceship landed on Mars, he couldn't believe his eyes. The Martian landscape was like nothing he had ever seen before. There were vast red deserts with towering mountains in the distance. It was a bit scary, but Mark was determined to make the most of his adventure. Mark's first task was to find a place to set up his camp. He had a small shelter that he could use as a home. After some searching, he found a flat spot and quickly set up his shelter. Inside, he had a bed, some food, and communication equipment to talk to his friends back on Earth. The days on Mars were much longer than on Earth, so Mark had plenty of time to explore. He put on his spacesuit and stepped outside. The red dust crunched beneath his boots as he walked. He even saw some strange rocks that glowed in the dark. One day, as Mark was exploring, he noticed something unusual. There were small green plants growing on the Martian soil. He was amazed because scientists had never seen plants on Mars before. He carefully collected some samples to study later. Life on Mars wasn't easy. The days were scorching hot, and the nights were freezing cold. Mark had to be careful to stay warm and to conserve his food and water. He missed his friends and family back on Earth but knew he had a job to do. As the days turned into weeks, Mark kept exploring and learning about Mars. He even found some evidence of water in the form of ice. Water was essential for life, and Mark knew this was a big discovery. One day, a big dust storm started brewing on Mars. Mark rushed back to his shelter and sealed it tight. The storm raged for days, and Mark had to stay inside, feeling a little lonely. But he remembered his dream and stayed strong. Finally, the storm passed and Mark ventured outside to see what had changed. To his surprise, the little green plants he had discovered were still alive. They had somehow survived the storm, just like he had. Mark knew he had to share his findings with Earth. He contacted his friends and told them all about the plants, the water, and the strange rocks that glowed in the dark. Everyone on Earth was excited about Mark's discoveries, and they cheered for him. But as time passed, Mark started to miss home even more. He missed the blue skies and green forests of Earth. He missed the laughter of his friends and the taste of his favorite food. One day, Mark received some great news. A rescue mission was on its way to bring him back to Earth. He couldn't believe it. He knew that he had accomplished his mission on Mars, and now it was time to go home. Mark packed up his belongings, said goodbye to the little green plants, and boarded the rescue spaceship. As the spaceship lifted off from Mars, he looked out of the window one last time, knowing that he would always carry a piece of Mars in his heart. Back on Earth, Mark became a hero. He had explored a new world and made amazing discoveries. But most importantly, he had never given up on his dream, even when things got tough. Vocabulary: spaceship, spaceship, spaceship. Boots, boots, boots. Plants, plants, plants. Ice, ice, ice. Storm, storm, storm. Forest, forest, forest. Window, window, window.